We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Set. Ready. Here we go, D. Check nickel.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. And no time now.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
They run again on first down, Chubb, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Watson now to throw. Out route here, going to Hunt. He's got it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Check. 25. Check 25. Check 25. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Corey Davis. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a first down catch on that previous play.
The tackle by Quincy Williams. The Browns had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Off of play action, it's Watson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Quick throw completed by Watson. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On second down, it's Coleman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are once again back in front. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Watson on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Check 26, check 26, check 26.
3rd and 2, Watson. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll set up the screen for Hall. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 31, Wilson. He'll get this to Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
On first down, it's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go, D.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Take it in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's got some, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Wilson going to throw for it. Rolling to his right. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Chubb, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Watch one. 57's Mike, Mike 57. Watch the blood, watch the blood. Mike 55.
Now a first down throw, Watson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson. 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. Open man is Denzel Mims. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Again, Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete here.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. 4th down. Here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
York now for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with Hall. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you...
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Browns drive about to get started. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
On first down, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up second down. Now it's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Watson looks to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, Watson. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. Touchdown, Browns! It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Browns are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. picked off by John Johnson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
After the interception, here's Watson. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
57 the mark. 57 the mark. You gonna see me in your 24. You gonna see me in your man.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Solomon Thomas in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Watson off play action. Throw left side complete. That's Schwartz. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week. And he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Check mark 33. Check mark 33. Check.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. To throw again is Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing now, Watson. 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
One last shot for Wilson.
Quickly into the hands of Mims.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Browns, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.